Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Spicy Ramen Podcast, live edition, featuring your favorite hosts, JP Too Much, J Love, and myself, Sir Shaq. Sit back, relax, and prepare to be served the spiciest podcast of the streets.
Straight out of Diamond Style Production.
What up, everybody? What's going on? We are back at it again. Let's see who's jumping in here. What up? Well, let's start off like we always do. We got JP here.
Yo.
And Sir Shaq. All right, and we also will be introducing somebody, but Shaq, I know you always give the highest praise, so I want to give you to start off to give the welcoming our new guest.
All right, so like we did last week, this is Women's History Month, so we got to show respect to our ladies and all of our lady content creators within the community. So we had to make sure that this month's guests were both lady cosplayers that are doing great things out here. She is a owner of the Audacious Black Femme LLC. She promotes Black content creators through innovative marketing techniques. She's also a published author of the recent book Pantheon the Gathering. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you to the crew, Miss Brandi Brown.
Hello, how are you?
We are good.
We're
Welcome
good.
to the studio. Welcome to the kitchen.
I love it.
Well, thank you for joining us. We always started off right with just giving a recap of what we did between the previous episodes. I'm going to start it off with JP. How was your previous weekend? What's been going on?
Pretty good. Nothing been going on, honestly. Just been training, still looking for a fight. But really, the only thing that I've been into this past week was the break that we had in One Piece. And after that last chapter and the chapter that just came out Friday, Saturday, everyone knows what's been going on. We finally got the introduction of a character that's been talked about for a long time. So everyone's going crazy over that. I've been on Reddit, subreddits. Almost lost me. But I've been on subreddits just reading all these different theories and watching YouTube videos. So I've been enjoying One Piece a lot recently. That's about it.
That's what's up. And I mean, for those who are reading, I know this is like 20 years in the making to finally get to a pinnacle piece. I know I can't dive into it, but it's definitely one of to me, it's probably the most impactful chapter I've ever seen, from like referencing the chapter 1 all the way to today. I think it's really one of those like heavy hitters that he always likes to come with.
Yeah.
But what up with you, Shaq? What's been up?
For the rest of us who are watching One Piece, I know because of what happened with being hacked recently, a couple of toy animation animes have been put on hold, One Piece being one of them. Currently, I'm still catching up. I'm on episode 961, so I'm kind of into the like Odin flashback portion of One Piece. Really awesome, really loving Wano, really liking it. And like always, give you guys a couple of announcements, I guess, if you will. I'm the announcements guy, giving y'all information on what's going on in the community. So recently, Rank of the Kings has ended their very strong and crazy season. Really awesome. A lot of people are in high hopes of a season 2. We may be waiting for a year or two, but it's okay. King Boji is in full effect, and I'm loving it. Another anime that recently ended was Platinum End. If y'all don't know, Platinum End is made by the same creators of Death Note. And let me tell you, this is a very unique ending. Like, I did not see that shit coming. So I do recommend it's 24 episodes. If you were into Death Note, you will love Platinum End. It takes the concept with a death book and death gods, flip it over, and you got angels. So definitely check that out. This month we had the final release of JuJutsu Kaisen 0 movie, highly anticipated movie. I myself saw it in theaters, dubbed and subbed. Enjoyed both. Really awesome. I believe both voice acting crews did a tremendous job. This is a really awesome movie. A lot of manga readers have given it high praise. Let us know in the comments if y'all would love to see us do a review. Normally, I know back in the day, me and Justin would go see it together and we would do our reviews the following after, but times have changed. So let us know in the comment section if y'all want us to do a Jujutsu Kaisen, a sidebowl episode, if you will, reviewing the Jujutsu Kaisen movie. Also, a famous fighting video game is getting an anime adaptation. Tekken is getting an anime brought to you by Netflix again. So it's going to be called Tekken Bloodborne. From the trailer, you can see that it's pretty much when we're talking about the origin story of Jin Kazama and then going into the Mishima storyline. I think, if I'm correct, I have played majority of the Tekken games. I believe this is going to follow Tekken 1 and 2, kind of, sort of. But once more trailers are kind of revealed, we'll kind of get more of an idea of that is. So like all my fighting game fans, if you're looking forward to another fighting game getting an adaptation, Tekken is next up. So hopefully that does not flop. A lot of people are having issues with it right now because of 3D animation, but I think Tekken is a good medium to do 3D animation as far as their fights goes. Another anime that's getting that I was not surprised. I was surprised it was getting a season 2. Goblin Slayer is coming back on the scene with a season 2 coming up very soon. For those who know that first episode of season 1 of Goblin Slayer, hopefully they bring that same energy. Another one of our favorite isekai animes is coming back finally with Rising of the Shield Hero, aka one of the best heroes. Season 2 will be coming at April 6th, so we are only weeks away from Rising of the Shield. For those who watch Spice Run Podcast know that we are highly hyped for this show to come on. And as far as conventions go for the month of April, we got HBCUCon at Bowie State up north in Maryland, which will be from April 29th to 01 May. And then Bowie, excuse me. Excuse the fuck out of me.
Say it right. Say it right.
I'm from Georgia. I don't pronounce shit right. I mean, and then also on the same weekend, we got KamehaCon, which is the specifically Dragon Ball Z directed convention in Allen, Texas, going on the same weekend. So if you're up north, HBCUCon is the place for you to be. And if you're somewhere down south, you don't mind the heat, go to Allen, Texas for KamehaCon for all of our Dragon Ball Z fans. I myself wanted to go to HBCUCon, but I can't because of military reasons. So it's whatever. And I know for me personally, I'm still on the grind, working and working out. Honestly, I got a couple more transitions work-wise going on. Going into a commanding position soon, being in charge of a school and everything. I'm not kind of like a principal, kind of, sort of. That's the best way I can explain it. I think Justin's the only one who understands what I'm trying to say. But essentially, I'm going to be in charge of a school in the engineering school, the Army, and stuff like that. So that's going to be a big transition as far as work-wise and work schedules. But hopefully, I'll still be able to have spare time to do all my nerd shit. But yeah.
All right. I mean, that is a lot. I think just to recap.
You know, I got to do like all the important stuff.
Well, Justin couldn't help himself.
I had to.
He said that was a lot.
Because who's going to do it? Are you going to do it?
No.
Obviously. There we go.
Well, hey, I know I turned my camera off and I had to set a few things up. I was like, damn, Shaq still go with the update.
A lot's happened in the last few weeks. I gotta make sure we hit all the important stuff.
Well, one thing I did want to recap from my previous week is outside of my Euro trip, which I loved, from Madrid to Paris to Rome to Barcelona, I think was amazing. I got plenty of stories that I'll definitely jump into live and talk about separately. But one thing I definitely did was rewatch Fruit Baskets. After the award ceremony of Crunchyroll and seeing how many times it popped up, I wanted to really hear the dub version because I always watched it sub. And rewatching it, it was one of those things where I was like, wow, this ain't the old version, because the 2016 version or the, I think, 2006 version that I watched, it definitely was completely redone and it was done better. I don't want to dive into the story too deep. Essentially, there's these group of Zodiacs who they all live to please their god. And in the process, there's these people that come along that try to use common sense in their lifestyle. And it kind of flips their lifestyle upside down because some of the basic things that you expect in people and just in humans, they weren't getting. And the story is literally about that, like how human kindness can change an entire village. And I understand now why the MC or the main protagonist in the storyline got so many awards and so many accomplishments, because how she was able to captivate the storyline and how she was able to talk to the different zodiacs and make them feel a part of a world, and even almost having like that nurturing mother feeling to the different characters. You can see how everyone was pulled in by this one person. She was literally the glue for everyone. And there were some dying feats that she had to go through. She got cut up, she got scratched up a little bit, but it was all worth it in the end. And I think that like Fruit Baskets was one of those things where, again, not a huge lot of, it's not an action anime. It's not one of those where you're going to get off your seat, blood, gore fighting, but it's just as impactful as almost anything I've watched. And I appreciated just rewatching and reliving that. And also Ranking of Kings, definitely. I have, there's a lot of directors that put in on effort on character, and Ranking of Kings, oh man, it, I get it, it's the old 1980 design, but oh my god.
Why, JP? Why?
I don't know. I never watched it.
Continue on, sir.
I never watched it. I'm gonna just sit back.
But there in that show, there's one thing that I can say that might, with what ifs and what we're talking about, I want to bring it back up. But before I do, let me give our guest the floor to talk about what she's done and what's been going on.
Well, I just, well, before I do that, I know you were talking about Ranking of Kings. I too enjoyed it. However, so one thing that, bothers me about Ranking of Kings, like some anime come out recently, is power scaling. And I think you know where I'm going with this.
Oh yeah.
Without going through, too much spoilers, I'm very concerned about how fast, the main character, got really strong. It was very peculiar to me, but I enjoyed it a lot. I also like how Fruit Basket followed the manga this time. Really loved it. I watched every episode and I loved it. I fell in love with it. I can't wait for the prologue story to come out with her mother and her father, because I felt like they were the best couple, in my opinion.
By far.
Yes. Were you going to say something, Jay?
I think the one thing I did want to happen, and which I wish they did, was there is a huge time skip in the end.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that could be a great OST, just a simple what happened in between grandchildren and what we saw as a walk-off.
Yes.
There were a lot of questions that were not answered. Like, does she ever grow up? Does Akito ever actually acknowledge how much damage she did and try to do something about it? Like, there was a lot of questions that I wish was answered, but I do appreciate that they're going back and talking about the story of how it actually, the origin story, so to speak.
Well, I hear you. I don't know if you're familiar. The author, she wrote a story that focused on Kyo and I don't know why I can't remember her name. The main character's kid. Yeah. Have you read it?
Wow. No, not yet.
Yeah, and they were talking about how they were going to focus that into an anime. I read it. It had a limited printing. It was really good.
Oh, all right. Let me go.
And then it talked about, her friend, her golf friend.
Yeah.
And
the martial artist.
The guy in the family. Yeah, they had a kid. It was a lot going on. Yeah, you should read it.
Oh yeah, I'm reading it. Oh yeah.
Game up.
Only spoilers. But yeah, everything's been going well with me. Our main business is convention representation. Ooh. And so we've been in the process of building special entertainment and building our media kit for when we go to these conventions. So We're looking into 2 conventions right now, some big conventions. We're bringing a special guest, and we're bringing our media team, and we're bringing our cosplay team, as well as our sales team. While I can't go into details about which 2 cons we're going to, they will be released next week. We will be working with some big name special guests, and we're working with media teams such as Do You Speak Geek, Blurred Corn, Nyx.
Shout out to my homie Nick.
Yes, Blurred Bar, a couple of media teams. We're working together as a partnership to create a good team for these conventions so that we can add a great experience. I'm essentially an experience artist, and we bring a whole situation to a con. And our next goal is to, once we build a reputation, is to start our own convention, and then after that to create sustainable living for creative content makers. So we have a whole game plan, and that's what we've been focusing on recently: raising funds, building our media kit, and budgeting accordingly.
That's beautiful. That is
Yes.
beautiful.
That's what's up.
So, I know we probably already asked a lot of these questions, but just to make sure that the people who are listening now have just some type of background, what caused you or made you want to jump into something like that?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. So, so I'm 28 right now, I'll be 29 this year. In my early 20s, I really like creative content makers. And my only skill set that I have noticed is that I know how to improve things. And that's essentially what I do with my job, my day job. And I have friends, like I had one friend that was an amazing illustrator. She went to school and got a BA in illustration, and she was just, so good. And I was just like, why don't you write a book? Why don't you why don't you work with comic book, artists? You could make a lot of money. And she ended up saying, no, I'm going to leave it alone, and I'm just going to do small potato things. And I remember that used to frustrate me. But then I realized, why am I wasting my energy and talents on people who do not want, assistance in doing what they like as a career? And why do I not work with people who do want to make it as a career? And so now I work with different content creators to promote their work, to do better, to network. So like, for example, if you wrote a comic book and you're just like, dang, it's so stale, where do I go next? One suggestion I would say is, why don't you start talking to media? Why don't you start talking to HBO Max? And then that's where I come in and I network.
Beautiful.
So yeah, that's essentially what got me into it. And I love it. I love what I do right now.
No, that is awesome. You're my idol because I've been dreaming to do something like that. Just in how we do our podcast, always trying to uplift people or that we think is dope, or doing things that we want to highlight someone who is doing something not only for themselves but for the people around them. So that's beautiful. I know. I love to ask that question about like what brings that passion.
Yes.
And hearing people that actually have the passion in their craft. I know JP is excited as he gets when we talk about fights, just as the same exact excitement when it comes to things of when people are doing their passion. And that is beautiful. I just wanted to make sure we cleared that out.
Thank you so much. And, JP, the same love I give to my business and how I love it, my spouse also fights. So while you're, it seems like you get excited for booking things, so does my spouse. They're always just like, are you coming to my fight? And they promote and they train daily. So, I think you guys should link. But yeah, I appreciate it. I think I noticed that not a lot of people do what I do. I think HAG does what I do on a slightly different scale. But other than that, I don't think anybody else is a promoter in this light.
Not that I've seen. I mean, there's a lot of people who, let me say, try. They have a great idea of what it may look like, but they haven't been able to actually streamline a pipeline, so to speak, of how to actually get it from an idea to some form of action. And I think what you're doing of being able to actually create it in action and make movement on it is something that a lot of those same people who just want to do it just doesn't know how. If you can make some, Udemy courses on how to,
Yes.
you
So
might you might be making some profit, but
I don't want to portray myself as a professional because as I go into this, I learn. So, like, for example, working with special guests. Well, I can't name them at this time because, obviously there's paperwork. I've learned that, there's so much that goes into working with, special entertainment. Most of the time they have managers and contracts. When I first went into this, I was like, oh, I can just say, hey, my name's Brandi. This is my corporation. Do you want to work with me? But I realized I cannot. And that, there's a proper procedure. And some things that I preach on my channel is, it's okay to just go in there and just do it, because all they can say is either no or, hey, I really would like to work with you. Can you work through this channel instead of doing it this way? And that's what I ran into a lot, and I've learned. And I know a lot of people are scared to do that because they think, oh, they're going to think I'm, crazy, or I'm going to think, I'm stupid or something like that. But when I did it, I was completely respected. So
that's beautiful.
I encourage people, if you want to do things similar to me, just ask, just send an email, and they will point you in the right direction.
No. I mean, again, for those who don't know, please make sure you check her out. Her ad. Let me make sure I get these ad signs out here.
Already ahead of you.
Yeah, Shaq.
For those who
Shaq
are
been
watching,
playing for a little bit.
We just want to make sure that if you are one of those content creators that she's referring to, or if you have those aspirations, this is the reason why we bring people like this on our podcast, to make sure that we can do at least some form of connection to uplift the people who not only watch our stuff, but at the end of the day can support somebody else. So, but before we get into the, the heartfelt moments, I want to make sure we actually dive into the actual episode. Shaq, please give us a little segue. If you haven't watched our previous episode, we suggest you watch what he's about to talk about. But Shaq, go ahead and give like what happened this previous episode. Just give a quick synopsis so we can dive in again.
No problem. Today's episode, I tried to do a Cougars and Answer voice. I fucked it up. Okay, so this is part 2 of our 2-part series. A lot of times in March, we try to take March our time frame to do a 2-part episode from all our other ones. This month has been a bowl of what if. We're taking the concept of Marvel's what if and putting that into anime and manga scenarios. Part 1 was with our homie Crystal Bay from the Blur Spot podcast, and we had an awesome time. For those who are watching, please feel free to put any ideas you have in the comment section. We'll make sure to read it to you. For those who are listening, we will read out a lot of those comments that we get from our live chat feed as well. And then if you missed this episode and you're watching this a pre-recording, let us know through our social media outlets. Let us know in the comment sections on our YouTube channel, our Twitch channel, and our Facebook Live. Let us know some ideas for some what if scenarios that you think we've missed. Pretty much take any, and all right, let's go ahead and put this out before, because I know JP mentioned it before. This will be spoilers for any particular show that you are not familiar with. So, as a courtesy, before we go into it, we will say what show it is. If you have not watched it, I suggest you skip it, because this will be a lot of spoilers from a lot of different series that some of us are already familiar with, that have been around for a while, or some that are kind of recent but not too recent. Okay? So, saying it ahead of time, put it on the table. This is going to be a spoiler territory. We're going to be jumping into spoiler territory. I'm saying one more damn time. We're jumping into spoilers, people. Okay, so you've already been warned. So don't you go at me in the comment section. I'm like, they spoiled me on such and such. I don't even want to watch it. That's your fucking fault. Justin, do the thing.
All right, so I am just going to sit here and say, for off rip, I know I am not supposed to probably say this, but I feel like ranking a king. The one that's supposed to... No. I know we about to get there. I'm about to pass it. No, I got you, big dog. My number one, what if always?
I thought you weren't going first.
I know I'm not. But
You show me.
Gohan's
you
supposed to be
doing?
the MC of Dragon Ball Z. All right, Jay, you can take it.
You said Gohan?
Gohan is the MC of Dragon Ball Z. I just want to make sure I said that, but you can go ahead.
I mean, you already fucked up the rotation. You might as well just start on that one.
You know what? No, we got. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, because he
We're gonna get rid of
mentioned
it.
something
We're just gonna get rid of the problem.
Y'all goofy. Y'all just straight goofy.
We're just gonna get rid of the problem. Go ahead, JP. Go ahead, my brother.
Natasha, no, we ain't dropped. Oh, my bad. It's like we're gonna let you know that there's a spoiler, and if you don't plan on watching the anime, it don't really matter.
Yeah.
And some of these are like they're so insignificant. Even if I tell you the spoiler, or even if I spoil something, it's like you still won't understand the story. So what I'm gonna actually start with is Yu Yu Hakusho, and really it's just gonna be right off the rip. What if Yusuke had never died saving that kid? Didn't meet anybody? Wouldn't the planet just be destroyed?
So,
in 2 years, yeah, it definitely would have still been destroyed.
I feel like for story wise, he probably been floating around, but probably would have been working through Kuwabara. So then Kuwabara would end up being the main character, and like Yusuke would kind of like help him as like that guiding ghost, maybe.
I don't see the Reaper going.
Because like Kuwabara was still like spiritually aware, and then like he can get because like he ends up going to Genkai anyway of his because like to kind of figure out what he got going on. So instead of Yusuke getting that training from Genkai, it would be Kuwabara.
But he would have, yeah, because he went on his own volition.
But Kuwabara ain't got the I guess the athletic abilities. I don't know what to say.
He would have lost in the second round, is what he's saying.
He ain't got it like
it wasn't
that.
for that cigarette.
Listen, I think
he's not that guy.
I think power of the pen would have gotten to his favor at some point.
Oh yeah, of course. The power of the pen saves everybody in anime, honestly. There's not one anime character that hasn't had some serious plot armor. It's like it's impossible. Except I'll say this. Rising of the Shield Hero main character, I mean, he doesn't really have that much plot armor.
No, he definitely doesn't. Definitely doesn't have plot armor. Definitely does not.
It's like that nigga's been getting shitted on.
Because I'm thinking about the Fruit Baskets MC, and she definitely had very rare plot armor. Like she went through the pain to get her armor.
Who?
Excuse me.
The main character of Fruit Baskets, I assure you that there was no plot armor for her. Like she was an empath of the empaths.
And I like anime like that.
Mm-hmm.
I love anime where plot armor doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But
and then we got a comment here from Miss Natasha Walker via YouTube. But Kuwabara only increases spirituality. I fucked that up because he was around Yusuke. He had some spiritual abilities, but not that strong that he would have went to Genkai.
You good, Shaq?
Nope. I pregame before this.
I was gonna say that word beating your ass. I was like, damn.
I pregame before this live, so I'm there.
I got a what if for y'all.
It's not your turn, nigga.
No, I'm saying that keeping on this on Yu Yu Hakusho, what if Taguro actually didn't kill his brother?
What if who?
Taguro actually didn't kill his brother.
He didn't.
He did. Or at least he thought he did.
So he didn't, so that's not a what if.
No, I'm saying like if he had worked together and turned the tournament into a 2-on-2 versus what he did and try to use honor, like where do you think the story would have went with how Yusuke and Kuwabara and everybody else really couldn't compete with them had they would have been tag team?
I think he would have been like fuck it at this point and jumped in.
Yeah, but I don't see are they getting out of there is what I'm saying. Like even with all four of them and Genkai coming back with her through poo spiritual conversation, do you think they still got enough smoke to go through the girl brothers together?
The thing is, I think I just recently watched and finished Yu Yu Hakusho. I know Toguro wasn't really like as evil as he was making it seem, and like you said, he just wanted a challenge and have someone that could like. He was almost like his dark instructor.
Yeah.
Or some
Yeah.
shit. So I'm trying. I remember that much, but I don't remember him killing his brother or nothing like that. But I do know that Yusuke and them would have gotten dogged if
And that's what I'm
Toguro was
saying.
actually trying to kill them. Like they could not beat him. Toguro was meant to just push Yusuke, like the same way in spoiler alert for One Piece, the same way that. Have you watched One Piece yet,
Me?
Brandi? Yeah.
I watched it when it was on what was it, Fox Kids?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
So,
God,
yeah.
that was
Yeah.
a horrible one.
Oh, no.
What
Bro,
I had
they
no
had-
idea.
They had
It's okay,
Helmelko
it's okay.
holding like a telephone, and oh my God, that was such a horrible edit. That's the reason why I didn't watch One Piece for the longest time, because of 4 kids. I was like, no, I'm not watching it.
It is
But,
so many edits.
Do you mind if I spoil this one part? Okay. All right. So the same way that Toguro was meant to push Yusuke is the same way that Sabaody and Marineford was meant to push Luffy.
Okay. Yeah.
But except as many people weren't looking out for Luffy on the opposing side as Toguro was looking out for Yusuke a little bit.
Yeah. I know, like, narratively speaking, I know, like, for Toguro's character towards Yusuke, like, after all Toguro is done, he made his contract, he made his deal for the previous Dark Tournament to be this human demon hybrid, and he reached that point to where, like, he needs something to prove what he did was worth it, to prove that he achieved the power that he wanted, and then be done with that. So he trying to, like, build Yusuke to be, like, that end factor. Like, I need you to be that reason why I did this. And then I'm good.
Yeah.
And I'm good with that and stuff like that. Like he needed somebody to escalate his own power and to be that final fight before he leaves. I guess like because at the same time the what he did was had shortened his life, I believe. I may miss a little bit of context, but I believe the deal he did made shortened his life. So like he tried to make sure that like he can expedite the process as far as like getting a challenge through Yusuke. So.
And I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of anime antagonists that do that, like purposely set themselves up. I want to taste defeat. Like all I think about is Baki when I hear that. Like
I love Baki.
I mean, beautiful show, but it's like
which character you
same
speak
premise.
of specifically in Baki?
I'm speaking of the first season. If you watch the first season, that's all that it's about. It's about how these powerful people come throughout the world.
Okay,
to
yeah. What you
taste
talking about, the
defeat.
Netflix one or like OG?
Yeah, not OG, the Netflix.
Okay.
Netflix. I'm talking about.
Okay,
Netflix.
yeah. Okay, yeah, those, yeah.
Like that
Those
is
were all
literally the
monsters
entire
in their own
premise.
right, anyway.
Yeah.
Well, what? Okay.
No, go ahead, Brent. Speak your mind, girl.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I love Baki. It depends on what you mean by monster. If you mean monster like a celestial being, no, but crazy, yes. They do monstrous feats.
Yes.
I still say to this day that Yujiro Hama is the OG of Black Air Force anime activity.
Yes.
The OG of OGs.
So I want to explain to you why I love Baki so much. Have you ever seen that anime? I forgot what it's called, but it's the one where the roaches take over the world.
Oh, Terraformers.
Terraformers.
Mm-mm.
Mhm.
Woo, that was
His
trip.
father-
You a live action of that?
I would watch it.
No, I
I
wouldn't.
wouldn't.
No, I'm good.
I wouldn't.
The father literally gives me the same feeling I got with Terraformers, the same feeling I got in season, I think 2 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I was like, you might as well just die because I don't understand what you think is going on here because, obviously what are you going to do? So I like that feeling in anime where I like the hopelessness feeling. I think it's good storytelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I ain't
That's
gonna lie. Yujiro's demon back is the reason why I'm in the gym.
Yeah, I mean, I, to me, it's kind of like what the girl tried to do is they always get to this pinnacle of I've mastered this way of fighting. I've mastered this art form. I've mastered the poison of air, whatever you want to say, and I am the best of all of it. And there's no one that can beat me at this game.
I'm the baddest motherfucker of all time.
Only to and I think
You
the
got it.
great example of like how you can still get sunned is the second season of Baki because it shows like Baki's like, look, like everything that you've done, everything that you're doing. I mean, you're cool and all, but I can lay up with your wife right in front of you, and you ain't gonna do nothing. Like, what's up? Like,
Oh, I love that energy. Oh, I love that.
There was
like,
so many things I was
great.
disappointed about that particular series with him and Biscuit Oliver. Just that it was too many hell no's for me in that. It was too many.
I never watched Baki
oh,
in its entirety. I haven't watched Baki.
That's a shock. You're a whole fighter, but you never watched Baki. I think you would appreciate it.
you would.
I watched like the first 4 or 5 episodes, and I was just like, I couldn't get into it. It's like I saw a dude get smacked in the face with a grenade in his hand. The grenade explodes, and I'm just looking at this. I'm just like, it's too much. I don't like the art. I don't know. It's like it was just ridiculous. Maybe that's.
Did you try the manga?
Nah.
I'm sorry.
He actually thought about it too. Like, there's a manga.
You said, did I try the manga or would I?
Have you?
No.
Okay.
I thought you said, would I try it?
Well,
I
would
wanted
you?
to think about it. No, I gave a straight, honest answer to that one. I was like,
no, that was the answer. Like, no, I'm never trying it, but I haven't either. So,
So, as a martial artist, do you appreciate fighting anime, or do you feel as though it's too close to home? Since you fight already, it's kind of cringe.
No, because I like God of High School. I mean, that was like kind of fighting anime. It wasn't like as close to Baki, but
Until like the last.
Honestly, I don't know. I'm a particular person. For some reason, it's like, yeah, I train every day, all day, whatever, blah blah. But then I come home and it's like, oh, a fighting anime, and I skip. It's like I really, I don't know. It's like, because I can watch real fights, I can go train, and it's just like, yeah, I don't really care. I don't know. Maybe I'll grow out of that. But as everyone on the podcast knows, a lot of times I just don't be liking shit. It's like, nah.
yeah, I understand.
You're heavily opinionated.
What about you, Shaq?
Not even. I'll just say my opinion. That's it. Like, I ain't got nothing else to say.
Ain't nothing else to it.
It's like, no, that's whack. And then that's it. I ain't got nothing else to say.
But what about you, Shaq? What's your what if?
So one of mine is from Bleach.
Whack. It's like, I'm just kidding. I just want to.
I'll see y'all niggas later.
Oh, no. I thought he was going to knock me out. I was like, hey, no.
I was going to excuse myself after that one. No, it's like, mine's is from Bleach. And I guess mine would be more so of if it was Ichigo's father that died instead of his mother. Would he have ended up getting Quincy powers instead?
Oh.
Now, this is huge spoilers for people because I've read this is a manga I've actually read. Surprisingly,
people who about to watch the next season about to be mad.
Yeah,
right.
Next season about to go crazy.
I know this whole episode's a spoiler warning, but Shaq he said we jumping right into it.
Like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it big.
But no, I agree. I think he would have got those first, only because she would have went to her roots as far as trying to guide him, and that is her roots. Like, there is no other way of going. Just like how the Soul Society was such a big thing for his father, same for her. Like with the other side.
I feel like
Now, do I
it
think
would have been like a crazy dynamic duo the entire season?
I do think though it wouldn't have been as much of an impact the way that they wrote it. I know whenever a woman dies inside of anime, it's huge. Mom dying, sister dying, friend dying. When a man
Girlfriend dying.
dies, when a man dies, it's like,
Yeah, if it's your daddy, it's like,
yeah.
oh, it's for the greater good. He cool.
yeah, like
Hey, this character development right here.
they don't
Right.
keep that same energy like at all. Like it's just like, okay, like I still cry when I see that photo booth from Full Metal Alchemist. Like I still just like I feel
Why
it,
you gotta bring that up, bro?
but it
You
only
wanna know
lasted for
why?
2 episodes inside the actual anime.
Because dads ain't shit in anime.
Yeah.
A lot of times
there's only
it's
far
like,
and few.
right? It's like a lot of times it's the mom that shows the tenderness and actually caring. I always get surprised when I see, not that I haven't seen it, but when you see like a bad mom in anime, it's like, damn.
Yeah,
Uh,
rare.
It's like,
really
shit.
rare.
We're used to it in all the shonen. It's like Goku, horrible parent, gone, and Ging, nigga
Yeah.
left.
I'm gonna name you Gong. That's what I'm about to be.
He's like, see ya. Vegeta's as good a dad as you can get with a bad father. But then he did grow up and start caring more.
He's like, Vegeta's like the definition of like tough love, and like you may get like a hug or two at like the very last moment.
on your 18th birthday.
Vegeta person to be like, you give.
He
him,
got a
you
little
show him
better
his
in
beat.
Super.
Yeah,
Barely.
he did.
Yeah.
I honestly think his dad arc only got better because of his wife. I think his wife was just like, you gonna get with the program or you're not gonna get this. Meow. So yeah.
Plus, she was rich too, so it's like he ain't had no job.
See, that's what I mean. Upset. All these Dragon Ball people, they're just like, oh, they're saving the world, and I'm like, okay, well, what's the 9 to 5 so they can stay in their house, But Bulma's rich, They're just like, oh, saving the world is their job. It's like, no, that's why Goku now is a farmer, right? He's a farmer. I think that's what he is.
Mhm.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Chi-Chi
he's
was
a
like,
farmer.
get your ass out there and make some guap because I'm homeschooling the kids.
Facts.
Now, if Vegeta had a job, like just saying,
Yeah.
if he had a job, it would probably be like being Capsule Corp security, maybe. Like that's the only thing I could work.
I think
Yeah.
he could either do
What,
that.
retail?
I mean, he's essentially doing it for free now. Ain't nobody gonna go to Catholic Corp because Vegeta's there.
I
They
think he
know
could
the
be
nigga
a
don't
personal
work.
trainer.
No, he's killing the people
Oh,
who
no, he
come in
would
to
kill
go pay his
somebody.
money. Like
I don't know about personal
hyperbolic
training.
time chamber times
They
20.
gonna
Let's
go.
start
They gonna
there.
walk right.
You know what? That's a good what if question.
Like that
Could
gravity gonna be high.
Saiyans integrate into society without their wives?
Gohan did it.
Well,
He's half.
he's half.
Go on a half
He
face.
mixed.
Yeah.
And he
He's
was raised by
mixed.
his mama. His dad wasn't there.
His,
He was raised.
He was raised
by
as
the
a human.
almighty
Yeah.
black parent by Piccolo.
you go learn today.
You know damn well Piccolo whooped him a few times.
Mm-hmm. Dodge, nigga.
You do bring up a
I don't
good
think they
question, though.
could, integrate into society. I think that would be difficult for them.
They couldn't.
They go right into MMA.
No.
And kill somebody.
What's his face? Who's the
In blood sports.
who's the guy that is purple again? What's his name?
Purple.
Huh?
Yeah.
The villain.
Hit.
Oh, Frieza.
Frieza. I think Frieza, crazy as he is, would integrate better than the Saiyans. I don't. That's
no.
my.
Oh yeah.
that's-
Yeah, he's the owner of a
He would
company.
become a businessman.
Yeah, he's the owner of
he'd
a
be a
company.
dictator.
Yeah.
And then he would hire no black people because he racist.
I'm not hiring these monkeys.
You had the audacity to put Julian as your name on the interview. What?
What's his name?
Daquan?
Jamal? No, we're not hiring a Jamal. Jamal can go rot with the rest of these monkeys.
Hey,
Even maybe
Jamal
even
can be a Middle
Boo.
Eastern name.
Hmm?
I said Jamal can be a Middle Eastern
I'm
name.
not going to talk anymore until YouTube doesn't cancel us.
I do think Boo would be a special needs person who would end up like with a full-time job. He would be special needs, but he would definitely. He
You
would
want
have
ice cream?
like he would be your Baskin Robbins person. Like I could see him working at Baskin Robbins. Like
Or like Starbucks.
yeah, like I think
You want
Starbucks would be too
We'll
complicated.
get two scoops with you.
I think Starbucks would be too complicated. Because
Hey, could you imagine how scary that would be though? Boo serving you the ice cream, and then he says your ice cream look good.
It's sad that Boo can integrate better than Goku and Vegeta.
Because the thing is like because they're straight dumb.
yeah, like
Boo's a greeter at Walmart.
yes, 100%,
Oh,
100%,
Welcome to Walmart.
100%. He's doing it for free. He's doing it
Hey,
for free.
you would just have to pay him in hot dogs or something. Just give him
Just
some
pay him in
snacks.
chocolate.
Pay him in chocolate.
Pay him in chocolate.
Or
Pay him
He's
in
living
chocolate.
off the
Yeah.
government. He's gonna get his
Welcome to
disability
Walmart.
check.
Don't buy nothing. Boo kill you.
He got
Could you-
the vest on.
Time out. Could you imagine Boo doing security at Walmart?
Hey,
Nobody steal shit.
hey, Boo would be or like Sam's Club. Have you guys been seeing those videos? It's like, where's your
Yeah.
membership? Your membership?
And then
Boo can't let you in.
then they don't show it and he goes crazy. He's like,
Fucking rages.
you can't come in.
Oh no! And I could just see the
We
soccer
got
mom
we got
going off.
a death in the front door. We got a death in the front door. Let's go to the hospital.
Where did all this human-sized chocolate come from?
That's
They don't have
crazy.
IDs. No IDs. No IDs.
It's crazy.
No IDs, more chocolate.
Who
You
would
know,
what's the cat? The cat
Beers.
yeah, could he be in society?
Oh yeah, yeah. He'll be a butler.
He could,
What about?
but he's a fucking god.
The
so
cat guy?
He'll just be like,
He'd be a prince
you're
of
gone.
Egypt.
I'm about to say he don't do nothing for nobody.
Royalty.
Time out. To me, he would be like Coming to America. Like he would be that
Wow.
person that would be Eddie
But
Murphy.
evil.
Like yeah, like but
Sort of.
evil. Like like no,
And he'd be able to
I'm
run the
above
hands.
you.
Like he'll be running somebody's face real quick.
But he didn't work at like McDonald's, and he would think like he was he'll work at a ramen shop and think like he was such top flight epsilon. But he would be the chef at I can see him being the chef at Top Ramen, being like, "Oh, you pity fools! Check
Like
out
you
this
have
miso
this
ramen."
off the-
someone gets like Shoyu and Tonkatsu wrong, and he's like, wow, fucking noob.
Exactly.
Like he's been doing it for years.
Years,
Right.
Yeah.
Or let him start like selling pudding. Don't he love pudding?
Oh
That's what it
yes.
was, right?
No, he got into a fight because he couldn't have it. He never tried.
Oh
it.
yeah, he was tweaking off that pudding. You know,
Right.
That's the thing. It's like I ain't scared of nobody who gonna start
You got
acting like a
in-
crackhead when I pull out the catnip. It's like Beerus ain't scary. It's just like, oh, you see this got a little bag of something right here. Beerus out here start scratching. Like,
What is this catnip you speak of? Why is my neck so itchy?
y'all ever seen a cat like start tweaking over catnip like in person?
I don't.
That shit
like,
is-
I hate cats,
Nope.
so no.
Hilarious.
I don't like pets, so but I've seen it.
Yeah. Damn.
I'm allergic.
Damn.
She said, fuck Animal Planet.
No, I feel like they're different than kids. I think they get stupider and like kids get smarter. So, I'm just like, get out of my face. Why do you keep ramming your head into the wall? Like, I don't understand. You're stupid. Like, that's how I feel.
Yeah, nah.
Damn,
I
bro.
feel like when
Sounds
animals,
like you really
no
feel.
pets. I feel like I'm just. I don't know. It's like the first time I've been in shock for a while. It's like, damn, you don't like pets at all.
this is a first
It was
wow,
good.
people. JP is stunned.
It's like, huh? Like you don't
Like,
like
no
none
dogs,
of them.
no cats.
I enjoy fish.
Hmm.
Hey, watch. 10 minutes later, I'm not gonna be able to drop him. Like you don't fuck with none of them.
I'm like those adults that be like, "Oh, you want to watch my kid?" I'd be like, "Ooh." That's how I'm like with pets. I'm not scared of them.
I got a what if for y'all.
Yeah.
It's not your turn.
It is Demon Slayer. I feel like
It's not.
if the roles were flipped, the seasons wouldn't have lasted that long.
Roles with who?
Now, what roles?
With Tanjiro and his sister.
If
Tanjiro was the
had-
demon and his sister was the actual Demon Slayer, it wouldn't have lasted that long. They don't
Why?
respect
Of course
women
not.
enough to be able to last to that whole scenario of him protecting his sister. It's only worked because she was the demon.
Why?
Because I don't believe that, especially in that era, they would have respected a woman to where they could be able to say that she could protect her brother.
But they were woman Hashiras.
Yeah, they were, but they were also protected. They didn't really go on main missions unless they had somebody else.
Really?
Is that a thing that actually happened?
I don't remember that.
If you watch the Forest arc, when she went on that mission, they had the water Haishura go with them. And on this, well, I know this is kind of a spoiler ahead of time, but the other serpent one always protected the other Haishura. They never let them go by themselves.
What about the one with the butterfly?
Butterfly was the one with the water Hishura. When they showed up, they came up together.
But I thought they all just teamed up.
One.
The fire one didn't. The pillar always went by himself. They all does things by themselves except for the women. And there's no reference to them going by themselves.
I'm gonna review this because
we're gonna bring this up. We're going.
Yeah, we can bring it up. Look, I'm here for the smoke.
We're gonna bring this back.
it don't sound like you're trying to. It don't sound like you're trying to start shit.
It's. I truly believe this. No, I truly believe this.
I'm thinking about it, and I'm looking and I'm thinking. I don't remember any two guys going on missions together.
Not at all.
No.
Even when Tanjiro and them got their missions, they got their mission solo, and they just happened to tag along. It wasn't like they were supposed to go together. They were just friends.
Low key, in those
that's
what's name just tagged along.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's a good what if. What if Tanjiro had to do it all by himself?
Oh yeah, that's another good one too.
He would have gotten wrecked.
Yeah, I think his sister is really the powerhouse, but
Facts, 100%. She is the main. She really is the main character in my head. But
don't do that. don't take it away from Tanjiro.
I mean, again, I'm not trying to disrespect Tanjiro.
This is the thing. This is how I look at it. They are both just as important as the other. If it wasn't for one of the thing is like when Tanjiro couldn't get it done all the way by himself, Nezuko would help. Or before Tanjiro was strong enough sometimes, in certain predicaments, Nezuko would come in. But Tanjiro did keep them alive.
But I know for a fact, if Nezuko was the one that had to fight the water Hishira, that he would have mansplained and killed Tanjiro before she would even got the conversation off.
Oh yeah. She wouldn't have had that. She didn't have. But the thing is also, it's like we can't say she didn't have it because she's just not the main character. That wasn't her role in the anime. But as her character, I guess like seeing her as a character in the show, it's like she is kind of like more quiet, and Tanjiro will get down on his knees and beg as soon as something happens, it's like, hey, I'll kill so and so. This man get on his knees immediately, and he just start begging. So I think as a character, he might have that.
While we're on the topic of Demon Slayer, can we talk about why they ship the guy with the yellow hair with Nezuko? Can we talk about that? First, it's disgusting and it's stalkery and rapish.
See, you hitting some nails. You hitting some nails right there. Because I had my own thought too. Because
he's getting a little too happy. We're gonna keep the conversation going. can't have him. Can't be too
See,
happy.
started talking about women rights, and all of a sudden everybody want to get quiet. See,
This
see,
man kicked him
oh.
out because he got too excited.
This had nothing to do with women
No, it's
rights.
cool.
It's all
It's
about
cool.
you, nigga.
It's cool.
Hey,
It's cool.
he saw that finger. He was like, "Nah, he gotta go." He said he gotta go.
Cause it maybe because it's how I was looking at Demon Slayer and how like all the women slayers had to be sexualized in some way, but that was all creeper vibes too. Like not all, all of it was like just come on, like there. Even the demon, our most recent demon that they had to show, like
So-
China was like, you know what?
Hey, I
We gonna
ain't
give y'all
finished-
some
finished.
draws.
I ain't finished the season yet.
I will say that the most recent demon for season 2, the way she was designed, China was like, nah, and they put pants on her, like completely like this bitch gonna be covered for our network.
Like the fact that you got to do that.
I mean, we know by now there's a lot of perversion and weird. I don't know. It's like it's always that weird infatuation that they be having, where it go a little too much. Like Zenitsu is like obsessed with Nezuko. Funny, but the man is obsessed.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a difference between like a crush, like, oh, I think Nezuko is cute. One day when she's older, I might look into, proposing to her, dating her. There's that. And then he's just like, I don't care how you feel. You get with me. We marrying. And then like he's like talking to Tanjiro. He's like, look, I don't even care if you give me your blessing. Where's my girl at? And it's kind of creepy. Because she don't even look at him like that.
She
barely
because
probably
he's mentally asleep.
Passion.
Some could say it's passion, and I mean, I can't spoil the end of Demon Slayer.
I read it.
Please don't. I have not.
I know what you're referencing. Yeah. But I think
like-
there's. I mean, I don't know if anybody actually watched this myself because I watch
Shoot or
all
shoot.
anime.
That's all
But
I'm saying.
my senpai is annoying. They do it too, and it's really bad because in the beginning, that's not the vibe at all. Like she is simply just trying to get her job done, do her job, and live her life. And as the writers continue, they're like, no, I know you are a little person, but we gotta ship y'all. And I'm like, yo, like, why can't they just have a platonic relationship and like actually just be coworkers? Like they can't. Y'all just can't do that. Like you gotta be some copy vibes. Like you just gotta.
Like how they did with Naruto when they were just like, we gotta make Naruto and Hinata a couple, even though it makes no sense.
Yeah, like
I feel like that did make sense.
But
How they put it together was whack as fuck.
Yeah.
But I feel like it did make sense because ever since Naruto, Hinata was always smitten with Naruto, honestly. Like she was always blushing every time. But then it's like the way they could have put it together was so much better instead of what they did in the war arc. Like that makes me hate it in a sense.
Yeah.
Because it's like y'all had a good like foundation going. Like what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
It could have been more elaborate after the pain arc, after what she did after the pain arc. It could have like a little mini arc to like kind of put it together and then wrap it up towards the end instead of having this crazy ass movie where they gotta go to the moon and shit to make this shit work. Like, bitch, we don't need this.
They just wanted to introduce another character.
Right. I gotta say this bitch from the moon
Naruto just be
to
doing
realize I
shit so
love
they
her.
can introduce someone.
Yeah, same thing with Sakura and Sasuke. I'm just like, there's nothing there. She just wanted a kid. She just hopped on for a kid. That's it.
Sasuke was like, I bet I'm gonna make you a single mother.
touch the head.
I'm out.
All right, I'm out.
Every other couple made
They were
sense.
so busy building.
It's bad to the point where your own daughter was like, "You can't be my mom." Like, it doesn't make sense.
Damn,
There was a whole arc of her question.
wild.
You're not my mom. Like,
She's like, it's obvious I'm Uchiha, but you being my mama, I don't know.
I was a lab baby. I had to be a lab baby. Like, that's the only way that makes sense. I'm a lab baby.
Hinata is a power forward. What does that mean? Like in soccer?
I don't know what
No, that's a basketball reference.
Oh.
I'm not fully sure on what it's like.
Well, like she just pushes through. She's there for the
Yeah, that was clutch. That was a good catch.
I like that setup.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
She's a power forward because she was there for the rebound. I like that. I like that.
I think Hinata is a great spouse to Naruto. You know, I think it's set up for a lot of great hentai. But
yeah,
six packs.
Yeah. 6 packs. I was like, are we talking about
genius?
Some shadow
perfection with
Thank
the
you,
clone
Kishimoto. Just could have, dated a little bit, would have been nice. Even Shikamaru and his wife, they dated for a second.
Oh, listen, you can tell they had some angry passion going on, just like bitch, you bitch, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and their son was born.
Great couple, 10 out of 10.
Great, amazing.
Hey, you already know
the one that surprised me
shadow
was
paralysis jutsu. That maybe using that.
Oh, you want to win an argument?
I see you've been looking up tags on these websites.
We gonna see you win this argument.
What were you saying, Shaq?
I was gonna say my real MVP is my boy Choji.
Choji,
he got himself a black woman.
Yeah,
he gave her that expansion jutsu.
He came up, literally.
Yes.
Put him in a bowl.
I heard that boy from the week can do some expansion.
Oh yes.
What if like they explained that to their daughter about how they met? It was like, oh, after the war, we was talking. Your daddy brought up expansion jutsu, and I was like, expand what?
Kishimoto knew exactly what he was doing.
Yo, the girl, I forgot Choji's wife's name, but she hit the Mike Epps and what was it, Friday After Next? He was like, I'm trying to see what that be like. I'm trying to see what
from the back.
Sound good to me.
Do you so since you guys are so you guys know about a lot of Naruto couples, and Inu's Inu and her husband, who do you think is the dominant top in the relationship?
Oh, Inu.
You're very confident.
Obviously.
Until she taps into some Ambu root Sai, and that nigga.
No, I feel like it's Ino primarily, but like Sai has like some PTSD that happens every once in a while. So like she learns his trigger words. like she just randomly turns off the light, gonna be like, "Fuck, you won't do this. Fuck, you won't do this. Air this bitch out. Air this bitch out. I swear to God."
I feel like there's been a lot of times Sai has woken up in the middle of the light and was like, Naruto, where? And just
Naruto.
Yes,
because
Naruto's the reason why he has emotion now. If it wasn't for Naruto, he would have emotion.
What about Shikamaru's relationship? Who's the top? Who's the bottom?
I think
it's balanced.
Tomorrow's domination. Tomorrow just be like, this is true.
I think Shikamaru will put his foot down sometimes.
Yeah,
when it's really important, he let Tamari think she running shit until he turned around and hit her with the same eyes that he hit Hedon with, and was like, "Hey, keep fucking with me."
She's definitely the aggressive one, though.
She's definitely the one
putting hands on him.
I don't know if you understand. I killed an immortal man. You know how crazy that sounds right now.
He's like, "Hey, I'll take you right to the head. I'll show you where it's at."
I'll bet that nigga still talking shit too. I'll take it to him. Say hi. I can talk.
He's like, "Hey,
want to see the lighter? Want to see the lighter?"
You try to do some shit. I got this whole house booby trap. Fuck with me.
Like, I know he's winning every argument verbally, but she's definitely physically abusing him. Like, I believe she's just giving him the hands. Like,
I feel like I feel like Tamari's the type to look at Shikamaru while he sleep and just slap shit out and go right to sleep. Just be
like that one video. I was like, what the fuck happened?
But imagine this. He's into it. Like, that's his kink.
Ooh.
If you watch the first date, that's how it was. Like, he was intimidated, but he was excited.
Yeah. That's his thing. That's why they get together so well.
They're going to have a role play, a speed shogi match.
Yeah.
Strip
And they
choking.
got to strip each time someone loses a piece.
That's his opening lines. See when
Yeah.
I
they're
was about
struggling.
to, no, never mind. But anyway,
My whole
I
point
see
was
where
that
this is going.
Kishimoto knew what he was doing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Mm. Even though originally it wasn't supposed to be a romance anime.
Yeah.
I
I'm
think
trying to figure out
anime
who the baby
has
mama
a lot
is
of
to
hits.
Rock Lee.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up. That and Metally.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure who the baby mama is because somebody done flipped the script and made him a single father. And I'm trying to figure out who hurt this boy.
the
Rock
ramen
Lee does
daughter.
not deserve that. He deserves
Ramen
a happy
chop
family.
daughter.
Someone flipped the biscuit.
You think it might have
As
been
our boy Tucker
1010?
said.
And
It
then
could be.
I feel like 1010 would have owned up to it
1010?
at some point. No, I don't think it
Oh
was 1010.
yeah, the weapons girl.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, you know what I want to say is like a weird sexual tension romance anime.
What?
Fucking Tokyo Revengers.
I gotta
Yes.
finish that. But
Like,
yeah,
Like if you, I'm
Yes.
reading the manga. I'm getting caught up. I've gotten to the point where you know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna. Oh, found out about another sibling, older brother.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so I'm at that spot, and I just got past it where certain something was accomplished, but I'm just like, yo, y'all got some weird that weird, but it's like you're trying to make it like it's nothing, like they're just friends, and it's not seeming like it's that way.
Like I thought Naruto and Sasuke was bad. The crush this MC has on Mikey is like
Borderline obsessive.
borderline. Y'all about to find you. Well, JP's about to find out like the pinnacle of pinnacle, but he is willing to give up his entire life just to drink this man's shower water.
Now, I want to
gotta read this.
rebuttal and say, I think the ruler right now of sexual tension anime is Escape the Infinity because almost every goddamn male in that show has the craziest sexual tension I have ever seen. Like, are y'all fucking or no? At this point, I need to know this because y'all acting way too close to each other. Shirts are off. Like you literally one nipple away from just going at it. Like, I need y'all to stop.
I appreciate that you guys can watch shows that are clearly yaoi and appreciate it still. Like you'd be like, come on and fuck. Just fuck already.
Like if you're gonna do all this and you're not together,
it's like you might as well just go the
okay,
extra
I'm
thing.
tired.
Don't be a pussy. Go.
Like just
go.
skate on ice. Skate on ice
Right.
is a great example of this. Skate on ice is like, come on, fam. You teach
Wait,
this
who put the
boy.
parental advisory up there?
You teach this boy. You go to the hot tub every other day. It was like, hey, so your arc on this skate. I just want to make sure that you felt every bit of it as you did this curve. You need to be sexual. And he goes on and does an interview. Yeah, I just wanted to be more sexual for my teacher. And everybody looked like,
Sir, are you okay?
they're so passionate. They're so passionate.
Nope. I would be that one reporter. Do I need to call somebody?
Hello?
You okay?
But
We're in
we
the
got no
dog that he
family.
touched you.
Like, did he touch you and when? Just why? Why?
Have you heard of a no-no square? You have one, okay?
It gets that way.
No, it does deeply.
Yes. Did you guys
Deeply.
ever watch Banana Fish?
No, I haven't.
Top 3 sexual tension anime for me. It was a yaoi, but they never classified it as a yaoi. It was a lot. You ever watch like Clan Ad?
Yeah.
It's like Clan Ad if it was now and it was a yaoi and there was a lot of a lot going on. Like I remember I was so emotionally involved that I thought I was in a triad with them. I was just like, if you guys don't hurry up. But it's like that. It's so good. You're just like, hello, just kiss.
And I think that's where Tokyo Revengers is supposed to go, but they just didn't have the heart to do it. They were like, so, because you're going to find out, again, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but there's a lot of scenes. Well, actually, no, in the first season, one of these scenes is like their biker fight when they're fighting in the junkyard.
Mm-hmm.
Takamichi is like, oh my God, we got to get to Mikey. We can do so much. We got to get to Mikey. I will fight. I will die to get to Mikey. And he's literally this blonde haired, blue eyed dude, his shirt off, coat over it, standing like this, like, I see you. And he's literally reaching on the top of a car, like, I'm almost there, Mikey. I can get to you. I can get to. I'm like, yo, look, fam. Look, fam.
It's
I
too
mean,
much.
I just couldn't get over the fact that like dudes was like knocking people out into the cars. Homie was knocking them out with a pipe. Like it was too much gang shit for me. Like y'all middle schoolers, like how is there so much violence?
Like someone can actually die.
Yeah.
Like people get so shocked when someone pulls out a knife in that show, but it's like, bro, you were just swinging around a lead pipe.
Right.
It's like,
but I learned through that show that like their gun laws was so strict that like if you had a knife, you were still considered dangerous. And I just do
their
like,
gun laws are strict.
Mm-hmm.
And if you had a gun, you said fuck the country at that point. Like having a gun illegally was like you give no fucks about this entire country.
It's still like that to this day, right? You can't like legally own a gun and stuff.
Like they're to own a legal gun is a long ass process that takes like at least more than 2 months.
Yeah. It's way harder than America.
Yeah, it's completely difficult as hell to get a gun in Japan. To legally own the gun. Excuse me.
I went to Japan for 2 weeks for my birthday in 2018, and you can't even rent a car. You have to get a license, and that takes a long time, and it's difficult.
So you tell me I gotta go through a scooter. I'm gonna rent a scooter just while I'm
Shit.
Or just take metro everywhere.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
heard the metro is kind of
transportation
about
better than ours.
Metro is like it's like a mix of DC and New York's. It's so easy.
Yeah. Every train,
country
everything
has
is like 7 minutes.
That sucks. Why are we slacking like that? We ain't got that transportation yet.
Capitalism, legislature. That's all.
We need it. It's quicker, cheaper. It gets you everywhere. I love it.
But well, let me jump back in. Make sure I know we love to do our tangents, but we got to give all of these shout outs and make sure that we give the proper I'm gonna say what do we call this segment, Shaq?
Spicy shout outs.
Spicy shout outs. Yeah.
Spicy send off.
Spicy send off, either one.
Well, Shaq, give us our send offs of the list that you got.
Hold on. I have to actually pull up the list. Because I don't remember names at this point. I'm too far gone alcoholically. So first off, we gotta give a big shout out to our guest, Miss Brandi Brown, for coming on. I said, we had to make sure that we try to make sure we give recognition to all of our lady content creators within the community that are doing such awesome, amazing things. I know she is one that is also doing amazing stuff. So we had to make sure we get her on the show. We hope she had a great time here with us. Continuing on the train, we'll give a shout out to Divas on the Dime. Last evening, they had their nerdy fashion show that I participated in, showing off Spice Ramen Podcast paraphernalia, which is our tank tops for the summertime. So make sure you go to our the link in our bio spot, brought to you by Teespring, to get Spice Ramen Podcast merch. It's summertime. Get your guns out, get your arms out, feel good in a nice spring summertime with our Spice Ramen Podcast tank tops and t-shirts as well. What's up?
Is paraphernalia the correct word that we want to use?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Apparel, excuse me.
Yeah.
Apparel.
I thought paraphernalia was straight up certain substance.
Nah, it's trademark wear. It's like your business.
Trademark wear. Yeah.
So do I say the damn word or not?
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna take what y'all saying. But
you're right, big dog. You got it. You can keep going. You got it.
Spice Ramen Podcast apparel, brought to you by Teespring. Also give a shout out to Blur Spot Podcast as well. Also our fam over Skip from Blurred over as well. Our homie over at I11 Brand and our fam from Virus Graphics as well. The legend himself that made our character design and our Spice Ramen Podcast logo, along with my homies from Blurs and Whiskey and HNIC, who recently have been doing their March Madness with the best cartoons of Cartoon Network. I participate as a guest in that one, and that's been amazing. Make sure you guys go check that out. All right, that's it.
Too many red cups.
Oh yeah, appreciate all y'all for coming through for Red Cup combos. Not enough Red Cups. We out here.
Oh, so yeah, you guys are the ones that every time I go to Instagram when I wake up in the middle of the night, I'd be like, who's up at 2 a.m.? I never know who it is. I'm asleep.
Yes, that'd be me. That'd be drunk me.
Shaq, bro, I be out cold. I've woken up from a nap and I like looked on. I was like, "Damn, Shaq on." Went back to sleep.
No, I think the worst part is like when you're half woke and I'll jump on IG and accidentally jump in. I'm like, wait, no.
Catch your ass slipping.
Being like half naked in your bed, you like,
Oh
whoa.
yeah, y'all.
Y'all probably just don't have kids. Cause I'm trying to figure out how y'all be up at 2 a.m.
Oh,
we
Justin
not.
does.
I do. That's why I'm not.
I don't have kids. I just be tired. But Shaq, the one that's up.
Shaq, you probably completely single with no kids.
I have no kids. I still make time. I drink enough to like I need to talk to somebody.
Oh, you drink enough so that you can talk to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, drinking makes me
I just have-
sleepy.
I just happen to
Right?
drink enough to realize I just go live. It's like, you know what? People need to hear me. I'm drunk right now. People need to hear me.
One day I'm gonna get on the show and I'm gonna be litty and y'all just gonna see me slumped right in my bed.
Slow
It depends
down.
on the type of drunk that I am. Like if I have music going, 4 or 5 a.m. it's over. I'm still here. You
Oh.
get me just talking.
Oh,
Get me fit. Oh, the plot
Yeah.
thickens.
It's not because I think you're unattractive. I just think you're up at 2 a.m. and then whoever you may be with is like, it's time for bed. You keep laughing and they're drunk.
Hey, you know damn well you be fucking up when you wake your girl up. Like they be waking up
Yeah.
mad, dog. It's like the moment you still on that fucking thing.
My spouse
Nah.
likes to watch Cartoon Network at like 2, 3 a.m. and work out. And I just hear like weights dropping and they're like watching whatever's going on. And I'm just like, go to bed.
Sounds like a champ right there. That sounds like a fucking champ.
I think the worst part is when you
Zorro
like
mindset.
try to stay up and your significant other come in the room like, so you're not done? No. So
Hey, you know that happens to Justin a lot. Just how good he executed that. The whole look too, just
But Justin, anything you want to say, man? Like you want to get this off your chest, my brother?
No, man.
It sounds like you need to
No,
vent for a second.
I have also been there. My
We're here for you.
spouse
We're here for you.
is like super dark and they will like they won't even turn on the light. All I see is their glasses. And I'm just like, I scream. I'd be like, oh my gosh, it's a demon. And they're like, oh, the lights are on. It's like the unplayable character.
she says she screenshot.
So,
I got another one for you.
What?
Oh no! I was just,
oh,
that's my fiance out here talking right here.
Hey, Ella. I got y'all in trouble. I'm sorry.
I don't know what's going on. So
Shaq is in trouble. I'm not.
Uh-oh.
I'm
I don't
free.
know what's going on.
I ain't do nothing.
Baller here.
Oh, my ring fell off.
Oh,
I was about to be like, ooh. Where'd my ring go?
I don't have one. Ella, come check
come help me out. Come help me out. They styling. They styling over. They styling.
Ella! Oh, you actually doing it? They can't see you. Right?
Ladies and gentlemen, special guest, Ella's hand, Ella's ring.
Shining,
you're
shining,
right.
shining. It's blurry. It's blurry. It's shining.
That's such a nice ring. You picked that out all by yourself, JP.
Oh,
That's nice.
Did you actually see that? Yeah, actually I did. With some help from one of her best friends.
Good. That's how you know.
Yeah, bro, it's easy. The game plan is right there for a lot of the. I guess that would be my message ending for the day. The game plan is right there, laid out for a lot of y'all niggas. Just go and ask the person that they will talk to about the ring. I mean, granted, I was told that from her a while ago. She was like, "Yeah, if you ever needed help, you could probably just ask one of my friends." That's what the fuck I did. It's like it's that easy.
And for those who ask their best friend and their best friend like it's probably not the best choice, they're telling you something too.
You said, what'd you say?
If they best friend like you probably shouldn't do that, chances are they telling you something too.
Yeah, it's like she don't like you like that, big dog.
But this has been part 2 of a bowl of what if. Again, I want to just say thank y'all. Thank you. Always thank you. For the people who tune in. JP, you got one?
I got a final thing. Oh, final what if. What if you propose to your spouse and they say no? What happens?
You're single.
The relationship over at that point.
You're single. You cry about it.
Okay, hey, I'm gonna be honest. How come when that question is asked, people just be like, I would ask why. Like that's what I would ask. I'm like, why? I'm like, what? It's like just why. I feel like people never want to ask why. They take the hurt and then just run with it. It's like I need an answer. It's like,
Right.
why you say no to me? Because who knows? Maybe you can work it out. I don't know. That's my random advice for the day. But hey, have you ever heard the joke where it's like, if you try out for the basketball team or you're on the team and you don't make it, are you still on the team? And they're like, that's the same thing for if you ask someone to marry you and they don't say yes.
I think you're getting offers over here, big dog.
I don't know what's going on. I promise y'all, I'm too drunk to understand this.
He hit the zoinks. Let's get out of here.
But love y'all. Thank y'all. I appreciate it.
I believe that's all, folks.
Hey. Hey. Flash. Woo. It's heavy out here. Just woo.
Lord have mercy.
I appreciate y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe. Always jump in, tune in whenever you get a chance. We are here for y'all. Please put your what ifs in the comment section if y'all gonna listen this back. And as always, keep it spicy. All right. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace out.